Hey guys. No. Hey guys. No. Hello. Nah. Hey guys. Today I'm just filming a quick get ready with me. It's been probably since the end of summer-ish since I've filmed a video. It's really been driving me nuts. I've been dying to sit down and film on a regular schedule, and there's been a lot going on. So if you're wondering where I've been, or even what happened to my hair, check the description box below and I will explain everything there. So if you just want to see me get ready for my day and do just kind of a warm, neutral, well, no, not really neutral, warm, kind of smoky eye, then just keep watching. And if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe and hit the little bell next to the subscribe button so you'll be notified when I do upload a video. And please give this video a thumbs up, and that's it. I hope you enjoy. Why am I rambling? Enjoy the video, guys. Sorry it's been so long. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye. I'm going to start by priming my eyes with the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Eye Primer. I actually really like this. It's kind of a silicone-based primer, and I put it all over my lids in like a patting motion, and I also bring it through my brows and underneath my eye too, which kind of helps with creasing and my concealer. I love it. Now I'm going to take a fluffy brush and go into Makeup Geek Peach Smoothie and use that as my transition color. Just buff it back and forth all over the lid and the crease area. Excuse me. And now I'm going to take Makeup Geek Tuscan Sun, and this is just like a really pretty pinky rose, salmony, warm toned. I don't even know how to describe it. It's beautiful. And I'm going to take that on a Morphe M330, I believe it is, and just work that into the crease on top of Peach Smoothie, but not too high. I really don't want to bring this crazy high today because it's still in the pink family, and if you go too high with pinks, you can kind of look sick. I can look like I have pink eye if I go too heavy-handed. And then I'm going to go back with the original brush that I used for Peach Smoothie and just kind of blend out the harsh lines, making sure that everything is nice and smooth. Now, taking a short, little bit dense goat hair brush, I think this is the M433 by Morphe. I'm going to go into Makeup Geek Desert Sands, and I'm going to work that on top of Tuscan Sun and just keep that ever so slightly lower in the crease. Again, I don't want it too high because then it's just going to make this look way too intense. This is kind of a daytime glam, warm, smoky eye. I don't want it too out of control. And back to blending. Blend, blend, blend. Blend till your eye hurts and your arm hurts. Now I'm going to take that same brush that I used with Desert Sands, the M433, and I'm going to go into MAC Swiss Chocolate. I love this shade. I'm going to work it into the outer corner and just bring whatever's left over onto the lid. I'm not going to concentrate too much color on the lid. I want it in the outer corner. Now this is a Morphe M208, I think it is, and I'm going to go into Makeup Geek Mirage. And this shade is like a magic eraser. If your smoky eye ever gets too out of control, this just blends it out beautifully. It's like the perfect eyeshadow. It's a staple. Now I'm going to prime my face. I'm using Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer, and I'm just going to use a tiny little bit in my T-zone, mostly on the sides of my nose where my pores are the largest. I don't want to use too much because it's also very mattifying, but at the same time, it can make me kind of look a little greasy. Now I'm going to mix Urban Decay Naked Skin, and that's the shade 3.0, with Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation, and that is an Ivory 12. The Urban Decay is slightly too dark, and the Marc Jacobs is slightly too light, but together they make the perfect shade. And there's just something about the combination that it sits really well on my skin. And I have very textured skin, so it's hard for me to find the perfect foundation. And I'm just going to dot that all over my face. And working quickly with a damp sponge. This is the Morphe sponge, and it's the light pink. It came in the monthly brush club thing back in October, I think it was, so that was like their breast cancer awareness color. It was a limited one, but the red sponge is the exact same thing, and I love this sponge. It's so good. Like, if I had to go in order of my favorite sponges, this is in the top three. It's like Beauty Blender, Real Techniques, and this one. It's kind of a toss for, you know, spot 2 and 3, but it's so good. I mean, look at how fast it blends out the foundation. It looks so natural. It picks up any excess product. It's just amazing. I love that like flat bottom for doing the foundation and then the pointed part for doing my concealer. Now working off a little sample of the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer that I still have, and I think it's the shade NW20. I'm just going to use this under my eyes to highlight and conceal any dark circles, anything that the foundation didn't cover, which really wasn't much to conceal, to be honest. It took care of everything, the foundation. But because it's a little bit lighter, I'm going to highlight with it, and I'm going to blend it out with that same sponge, just blend, blend, blend. I like to move back and forth. It helps the concealer from settling, and I have fine lines, you know, that everything just sits into. You'll notice that the lighting is a little different. I had a desk lamp on, and I'm in front of a window, and it was driving me crazy. So now with the Coty Airspun powder, I'm going to set my concealer with the same sponge. Make sure you're done with all your cream products, and then you can dip into the powder. That is a damp sponge, and there's just something about pressing powder into the skin with a damp sponge that makes it not so powdery. It just melts into the skin, and it gives the most beautiful finish. It's like airbrush. It's like Photoshop for your face, like all day long. Just walking Photoshop. I'm going to put a little extra on my chin, just kind of like light baking, and then around the sides of my nose where I will tend to get very oily throughout the day. Now, with the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in the shade Trooper, sorry. I'm going to do my winged liner. I have many, many different eyeliners. This is one of my favorites. It's super black. The brush itself is like so fine. And that's my thing, is I like a really, really fine tipped brush. And this is just amazing. I mean, look at how easy it goes on. It's super easy. Like, you can't screw up your eyeliner with this product. You just can't. So what I do is I draw a little line out from the bottom lash line, like lined up with the bottom lash line. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm talking way too fast. Whew, chill out. And then I take it from just about the tip of that line and just drag it backwards towards my lash line. And I stop just about where my lashes start to thin out and kind of taper in, and then I'll fill in that spot as needed. I don't want to bring it in too far because I do have slightly hooded eyes, and eyeliner can kind of get away from me pretty quickly. I think that was the easiest I've ever done wing liner. Now with the Rimmel Lash Accelerator, I'm just going to give my lashes a very light coat of mascara to prep for falsies. This one's actually pretty old. I think it's just about at the bottom. I need to replace the tube. But it's just so good for separating them and lengthening them, and I feel like it kind of helps to protect them when I'm gluing my lashes on. Which, by the way, I did off camera because that would take forever. Now my brows, I'm using Benefit Ka-Brow in shade number 4 and the angled brush and spoolie from Benefit as well. And voila! The power of editing brows are done. Now with a Morphe M432, I'm going to go back into the MAC Swiss Chocolate. And I'm just going to press that right into the bottom lash line. Just wiggle, 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 both sides. Nothing too far across. And then I'm going to take a pencil brush. And I'm going to go back into Desert Sands by Makeup Geek. And I'm going to blend out the Swiss chocolate. Just, you know, so it's warm and smoky and blown out. And then I stuck the brush in my eye. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, you get it. Blend it out. Smoke it out. Benefit They're Real is one of my favorite lower lash mascaras, and the brush can be a little difficult to work with, but the formula is what I love. It's not waterproof technically, but it doesn't move, and I have really long bottom lashes. They touch my under eye area, like the skin, so mascara tends to run on me, and this does not budge, and I love it. Now I'm just going to take a no-name kind of bronzer brush. I like it because of the shape. It's good for contouring, like a nice soft contour. And I'm going to go into Benefit Hoola Bronzer. I usually go for a cool tone contour, but today I was just feeling the, warm contour or the neutral contour. It's not really warm, but I feel like it kind of tied the whole look together. So I'm just going to hit the hollows of my cheeks and the sides of my forehead, just, the normal contour spots. I was impressed with how nice it looked. I usually stick to a very cool contour. Now with the L'Oreal Glam Bronze, I think it is, and that's the light shade, I'm just going to take a big Posh brush, I think it is, and I'm going to blend out the contour, and I'm going to bronze pretty heavily. It's going to look a little crazy at first. It's like I was rolling in the dirt, but give it a minute. I promise you it all comes together. I'm bringing the color down my neck just to make sure it's all even. And now I'm going to go in with a Morphe E4 into two Makeup Geek blushes. And the pink one is Spellbound. The peachy one, I want to say, is Summer Fling or Infatuation. I don't remember, but I'll have it below. Now I'm going to go back with the Coty Airspun powder and that same damp sponge, and I'm going to really pack on the powder underneath my contour. Just to clean it up, I'm going to bake. And it's going to just make it look nice and sharp, but not crazy overdone. Grabbing the Morphe 9C palette, I think it is, I'm going to use the highlighter on a Morphe M501 brush. I love this highlight. I wish they sold it in like a single pan, like a magnetic pan. I didn't expect much from this highlight shade when I ordered the palette. I got it mostly for the contour shades and, the matte highlight shades, but this highlight is one of my absolute favorites, and it's trapped in this little palette, and it needs like a lot more recognition than it gets. It needs love. Taking a long goat-haired brush, I'm going to go into that bottom center color in the same palette, the 9C, and I'm going to contour my nose. And the way I like to do it, and I will go more in depth in another video, is to bring it from like the inner part of my eyebrow straight down and around the tip of my nose. I personally hate my nose. I always contour my nose, but it can be a tricky thing to do. I like to go under my bottom lip too. It just makes it look poutier and fuller. And now taking a Real Technique stippling brush, I'm going to dust away all of that bakage and that powder, and just look at how clean it looks. The NYX Suede lip liners, I think they're called, and this is soft spoken. They made them to go with the liquid lip suedes. So soft spoken is one of my favorite colors. You can see it's literally like my lips but better. It's just beautiful. And I'm slightly overlining, and when I do this, I don't sharpen it too much. Like, I like to have it a little dull just for a nice natural overline look. And now with some Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, I think this one was, just going to give myself a quick bath, and I'm all done. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.